Okay, so I've seen many people struggling with cleaning, specifically Kholer's tubs. They're made of Vikrell. Kholer makes sterling, but they're sterling tubs made by Kholer. And the texturized floors are what people have issues cleaning with. I hated cleaning them. I used to use magic erasers and it would just take so much time and money until I realized all I needed was Barkeeper's Friend and a good scrub brush. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. Okay, so this is my Kholer tub. What I look for, most of them will have a symbol right here, sometimes in the front of the tub that says like sterling, but mine has the K for Kholer. I rent this house, so this isn't my actual tub, but I really like it. But as you can see, the texturized floor over time gets dirty, and that's just from like bottles falling and just the soap scum and whatnot. It just collects up on there, and that's just hard water buildup. So, and then sadly this happened from a harsh chemical that got put on there, which is why we don't use toilet bowl cleaners to let it sit, because sometimes they'll take the chrome and eat at it. But I'm gonna show you what I do now. Okay, and right here I'm getting my removable shower head. If you don't have one, you can just use a cup. That's what I did, because I recently just installed this over the past weekend. Super handy if you have one, but if not, a cup of water would do fine. Just make sure everything's wet where you're going to be putting the Barkeeper's Friend. I did a horrible job like showing off that bottle, but I'm sprinkling the tub down with a good amount. Just add to more if you feel like it's too watery. You want to make sure you have a good paste. So I make sure that I have a paste. You know, sometimes I'll add more as I go if I realize that I need more Barkeeper's Friend, but you should get the hang of it. It's pretty easy, but I just try to get through all the nooks and corners and the grooves, but there's not many grooves here, honestly. It's just that trim piece right there I like to get, and especially go firm on the floor because it is a texturized floor and you want to get in between those little tiny texturized pieces. So make sure you kind of firmly scrub the bottom of the shower. You can also use this, but I prefer to use it on a sponge. And I think this works good on the walls and stuff, but for the floor, I think the powder is the best. And then this is just me covering my walls with this soft cleanser. I think it's just easier on the walls versus the powder, but I make sure I use a good sponge, one that's not going to scratch the surface. It's always smart to just test a small conspicuous area before you do any hard or firm scrubbing, just to make sure you're not going to scratch that surface, because that would not be good. And I have done that in the past, but lessons are learned, and this is why we always test a small area. And then here you see me kind of going up in the edges up there, and if you kind of see underneath, there is a gap. I don't know if they used caulking on this. They might have used a little bit, but it's what I like about these is that there's not a lot of caulking for mold to grow under, but I still like to get under there and scrub. And now here I am rinsing out my tub afterwards. You want to make sure you give it a really good rinse, because sometimes Barkeeper's Friend can kind of leave like a powdery feel to your tub if you like run your fingers across. That's one thing I like to do to make sure like it's not on there and there's no powder. But just make sure you get in every surface and just give it a good rinse down to make sure there's just no powder left behind. That's the main thing you want to worry about. And here is the finished results of using Barkeeper's Friend on your sterling tub. Sterlings are Vikrell tubs, and Vikrell's kind of made out of fiberglass and plastic, so it's not as strong as acrylic and porcelain, but I've not had any issues with it. I really like it. So if you have any questions, just message me and let me know, and I'll try and help you out as best as I can. Thanks for watching.